Chosen One!
Welcome to The Chosen One. I'm your host, Qui-Gon Din, and today we are looking at the Delta Squad Form Up box. This box got leaked today. I figured I'd go over it on the channel, just like I did the Terror from Below. So, right off the bat, we got Boss. He is 9 squad points. He brings us 2 force available. He brings us a tactic. Hang tight, Trooper. Delta Squad on our way. At the start of this unit's activation, each allied unit Delta Squad character within 4 may dash. So AMG really messed up the grammar on this one. This is going to read each character that's a Delta. It should have read each allied Delta Squad character within 4 may dash. It's basically Iden's tactic for Delta Squad. He's going to move. All of Delta Squad's going to move with him. It's very important that he also gets the dash because he can turn his dash later on. You'll see. Delta, give me an explosive solution. It costs 2 force. Choose an objective within 3 of an allied clone trooper character. Each allied character within 2 of that objective may dash and gain hunger. Then each unit within 2 of that objective suffers 2 damage and removes any hunkers it has. This is really good because this, unlike Leia's version of this, Freedom Fighter Leia's, this is within 3 of an allied clone trooper unit. That means it can be across the board. Boss doesn't have to be near the point. And it does not have to be an active objective either. This just gives clones extra movement. This is probably the strongest thing he's doing for other clones in the list, in my opinion. I think this is really good. Then we get to his first innate. Let's get in there and start breaking things. When this unit would dash, it may suffer a damage. If it does, it may instead advance. This is cool because it allows him to get a double advance on his turn instead of just a dash. Additionally, when a character in this unit would advance, it may suffer 2 damage. If it does, it may instead reposition. This is really big because this is going to allow him to really hit the dice pool on what he does with his identity. So, we get to his identity. We need to learn I'm a lot scarier than you are. For every 3 damage this unit has, characters in this unit add 1 die to their attack rolls. For each injured token this unit has, characters in this unit add 3 dice to their attack rolls. This is going to make him hit like a truck because he can trigger getting an extra dice on his turn just by going, tactic, I'm going to make that a reposition, and what you're going to do because you want to get him in a deployment shot. You want him wounding supports right off the bat. For every 3 damage he gets an extra dice. And then injured tokens give him 3 more dice. He's like Darth Maul. He just gets a big stat boost, and he's really strong. Then when he wounds something, he's going to refresh 2 force. So he can refund himself on his blowing stuff up. We look at his tree. Rapid fire. This is where he's throwing 7 dice off the bat. You can make this 8 turn 1. And he's doing, can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage with a free activate ability. Very, very good. When you start adding in the fact that the activate ability can be your opponent's opening point, and that's just 2 more damage. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage right off the bat with 8 dice. It's pretty strong if you can get down the ability to do that. His expertise, crit and hit on 1 to 2. 3 gives him 2 crits. 4 gives him 2 crits, 2 hits. Very good ranged expertise. The melee expertise is serviceable. He's definitely got in his range 5 gun. He's definitely wanting to shoot stuff. Then we go to his wet work side. This side gets crazy good as soon as he gets wounded and he's throwing the 3 extra attack dice because this expertise is cracked. 1 gets you 2 hits, 2 gets you 3 hits, 3 gets you 2 crits and a hit. Um, when he's throwing that 9-die attack after being wounded, he's gonna do a lot of damage. He's just doing 9 damage, and he's gonna get through that tree. We look at his defensive expertise on both. He's rolling 5s on all of his defense stats. Uh, Strong defensive expertise, something to watch out for. So, Boss reads like he's basically an Iden, very selfish type character. The big thing he's doing for other clones is his blowing up a point, moving clones away from it. And then it's really the tactic for Delta Squad. Other than that, he is a big gun and he is going to kill stuff. That is what he wants to do. He's basically what Crosshair should have been as a primary. We're looking at Fixer. So this is a win for Obi-Wan lists. This is the second secondary you want for Obi-Wan now. He is a 4-point cost secondary. He brings a tactic. Grab yourself some Bacta Trooper. At the start of this unit's activation, choose an allied Trooper character. The chosen character may heal and then may dash. This is good. Moving any of the clones is strong. And then he's got Forming Upsurge. This is why he's going to be paired with Obi-Wan a lot. When another allied clone trooper unit makes a move action after all moves have been resolved, this unit may use this ability. If one or more characters in the unit moved are within 3 of Fixer, that unit gains a hunker. Clones can now get 3 hunkers on their turn, which is going to make characters like Republic Clone Commandos really defensive for Obi-Wan lists. This is the turtle list. He's going to be impacting Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan, I think, is going to be a huge meta piece, even more than he is now with Fixer. I think Fixer is huge. String them along, well, mop them up. This is basically, again, Clone Trooper Sergeant, but it gives your Clone Trooper characters, when they make an attack, as part of combat action, they get an extra die for each Delta Squad character within range 5 of the target in line of sight. This is very niche. It's not going to come up. It's not as good as Nasseris or Stormtrooper Sergeants, but it will come into play, especially if you're playing the full box together. His innate, watch the master at work. He breaks ties. Republic got a break tying clone. He's going to be pretty strong on point. He's got 8 health and 2 durability, but when we look at his defensive expertise, he's going to be a bit harder to kill. So we look at his stats: 7 range 5 gun, 7 attack stance in both melee and range. His expertise with his gun is going to be 2 hits on 1 to 2, 2 crits on 3 to 4, and 5 gets him the 2 crits, 2 hits. Pretty good expertise with a gun. Melee, it's a hit with a block to a fail, and 3 to 4 is a crit, a hit, block to fail. 5 is 2 crits, hit, block, fail. It's very similar. Mathematically, it should equate to about the same as his ranged gun. And then we look at his tree. He has access to a lot of heals. So he's maxing out at 4 damage on the bottom tree, but he gets 3 heals, a shove, a pin in there, and a reposition on 5. Top tree, he's doing 7 damage if he full trees. Very strong. He has a shove up there, which I do like. That he has a shove on 2, so he can do 3 and a shove off of 2 results. Very, very good. I think Fixer is probably, in my opinion, the most impactful piece in this box. He is going to be in most, if not all, Obi-Wan lists. I think this guy is going to make Obi-Wan something to watch out for at events. I think it pushes him up to the next level to where it's definitely probably one of the best defensive lists. I think this is what clones wanted. They wanted a hunker bubble. They wanted either that or like a supporting fire hunker, but this is really good. Then we get to 7 Scorch. We got our first 5-point support for Republic. He brings a tactic: point me at the enemy and stay out of my way. This is the bounty hunter's tactic. He gets to dash towards an enemy character. Very strong because this is free movement. Yes, more explosives, cost of force. Choose an enemy unit within 3, then roll a 5-die attack. The chosen unit suffers damage for each expertise roll. that you get. And then if the chosen unit suffered one or more damage, they gain strain. This is just good because it's damage and a strain. It's going to pump out, add to extra damage off of their um, tree as well. Means that they can hit harder. Rule 17, always make sure they're dead. This is I'm always first kid for any Republic unit. They attack, and then if the Galactic Republic makes an attack within range 3 of one of these guys get to dash and then make a 5-die attack against the same unit. It's just going to add extra damage. It's very strong. And then I love my job. While a character in scene is contesting one or more active objectives, it has protection steadfast. So they're going to be quite tanky on a point. They're basically going to have 9 health, and you got steadfast. Very, very strong. Downside, these guys don't have an innate way of getting a hunker unless you're playing them with Fixer. So you're not going to, I don't think you're going to see these guys in Obi-Wan lists too much, but these guys are going to be your highest damage output clone support. And I think the all clone list will love these guys. So we look at their tree. 7 attack dice at range, 6 at melee, 5 defense dice at range defense, 4 defense dice at melee defense. These guys do not want to get based. They will melt in melee. Par for the course for clones at this point. But there, you look at their offensive expertise with their guns: 1 to 2, 2 hits; 3 to 4, 2 hits, block to fail; 5 is a crit hit, block to fail. Their expertise is good on the early end, but you don't want to be spiking expertise with these guys. Melee, Vibroblade, 1 to 3 is 2 hits, 4 is a crit hit. Not bad for melee. Where these guys are really cool is in their damage tree. So their bottom tree is where they have their shoves. It's going to be damage in a shove, damage in a disarm, damage in another shove. So they get 2 shoves off 3, which is really strong. Then they get a damage in the climb, and then 2 damage. So they're maxing out at 6 damage on their bottom of their tree, and they're maxing out at 5 damage on their top tree. Top tree is 2 damage, followed by a damage and a strain, followed by a damage and a shove, and a damage and a pin. This is really important. They have a strain on 2, which means you can end up doing 6 damage on 2 results if you use more explosives on their attack. Because that strain will give them an extra damage. So 1 expertise means that their explosive ability will do 2 damage. These guys are going to hit pretty hard. They're kind of force intensive. You're not going to be doing their little dash attack thing every chance you get, just because you don't have the force for it. But these guys are going to be a pretty strong output piece. How do I feel about the Delta Squad box as a whole? I think every unit's good, but this box doesn't seem like a dynamic, fun type of box. This box reads like the primary and supports really just want to kill things. It's an output piece. Fixer really reads, put me with Obi-Wan and I get to up the defensive value, and then I break ties. Boss, he's just an output piece who moves his box. It's Iden, but for Republic with a worse identity, I feel. It's cool, but it's not I'm gonna make clone squads the next big thing. He's not doing to clones what Mundi did for Jedi. Very good box. It's very good. I am going to get it. I am going to put it on the table. I'll be playing some clone lists, trying them out. But of the 2 new boxes of this or Terror from Below, the Terror from Below offers a lot more list building and a lot more intriguing builds. I give this box a 7 out of 10. I think it's something worth getting if you're playing Republic, if you're wanting to play clones, but I don't think it's as exciting as the Rift Hampson box. Thank you for watching this episode of The Chosen One, a Star Wars Shatterpoint podcast. If you want to catch the next video, you can watch the one linked above, or you can just go and listen to the podcast on the playlist below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.